G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And here on the channel I've reviewed the NB, the NC and the ND MX-5, and obviously the ND is the best. It's modern, it's got all the features you could possibly need, but it has a fantastic engine and is the best to drive. The NB was also fantastic to drive, but it's equipped like a Turkish urinal inside. So a lot of people will be tempted by the NC because it offers a lot of the features of the ND, but they are a lot cheaper to buy. However, in my NC review, I said that, look, handles pretty well, looks good, it's got a nice interior, it is a fun little car, but it was ruined by the very gutless 2-litre engine, the very average throttle response, and the very roly-poly ride. However, this NC is hopefully going to fix all of those problems because under the bonnet it now has a new heart and it's riding on some new suspension. So today we're going to see what this 2.5-litre swapped NC MX-5 is like and whether this is indeed the way to fix the NC. From factory, these NCs come with basically a Mazda 3 engine, a 2-litre 4-cylinder power plant making about 125 kilowatt or 170 horsepower. Not a bad amount of power for a 2-litre engine. However, the big problem with that original 2-litre is the torque. It just doesn't make very much of it. But kind of like the Honda K20 and K24, which are basically the same engine, they just have different internals, the Mazda 2-litre and 2.5-litre 4-cylinder engine found in the Mazda 6 are also very similar. And so you can bolt in a 2008 to 2013 era Mazda 6 2.5-litre engine under the bonnet of an NC and it pretty much just slots straight in, which is what the owner of this car has done. Now, with the 2.5-litre engine and a handful of modifications such as an AEM cold air intake, a new intake manifold, a header and a full stainless exhaust system along with a tune, this engine is making a lot more power and torque, up from 125 to 155 kilowatt or just over 200 horsepower and up from 190 to 260 newton meters of torque. That makes quite a difference to this 1000 kg sports car. It's still paired up with the close ratio 6-speed manual transmission, and power of course still goes to the rear wheels with a limited slip differential. So that's the power problem solved, but now the handling. This car is sitting on some yellow speed coilovers and has some very sticky tires on Koenig wheels, which definitely delivers a lot more grip than the skinny little factory tires and a much stiffer ride. And now the interior. The other appeal with the NC is that while it is certainly not a particularly spacious interior, I am 6 feet tall and I could easily fit in here. It's not exactly a Rolls Royce, but I have a couple of centimeters of headroom and plenty of leg room. The build quality in here is not exactly outstanding. It's all just sort of hard, scratchy plastic, but it is definitely a lot better built and a lot better equipped than the NA and NB MX-5s that this replaces. I love the gauges on them, how they have an oil pressure gauge there in the middle, along with a nice big tachometer that goes to 7,500 RPM. The steering wheel is also nice and small and gives you a fantastic connection to the road. The seats are nice and comfortable and actually have some pretty decent bolsters on them as well. And the transmission's got to be the best part about it. It just feels absolutely fantastic. Very similar to an S2000, which I hail as having one of the greatest feeling transmissions. So the interior is great, the exterior is fantastic, and the engine has now been significantly upgraded. So let's take it for a drive and see how it goes. Driving the 2.5-litre swapped NC Mazda MX-5. Oh yeah. What a great noise. You can tell it's just like a big 4-cylinder engine up there making an almighty racket. And we've got it in the pops and bangs mode at the moment, so we've got a few nice burbles from the back end. Oh, but man, I tell you, a big displacement 4-cylinder engine in a very lightweight car with ridiculous pops and crackles, but most importantly with really short gears. It's just so epic. Look at this. Second, third. Oh, it is so epic. And the torque is just fantastic. Oh, it is so much more grinding. grunty than a normal NC MX-5. What a massive improvement, and it's so good to go through the gears with it. Oh, just listen to that, and the handling is just epic. LSD to put the power down perfectly. It just feels so nimble through these corners. Steering feel on these is fantastic too. Just so much quicker than a normal MX-5. So really what's awesome about this NC is that it has well and truly fixed every single problem that the original NC MX-5 came with. The suspension was just too soft in the original one. They've fixed that. Now it's got coilovers. It feels so much more nimble. It feels flat through the corners. You're not watching the bonnet leaning over through every single corner, but it's still comfortable. The second issue, the lack of torque. Now, well and truly fixed. Like doing a K24 swap on a Honda. Now, it's still got the power, if not slightly more than it had before, but it actually goes in the mid-range. Yeah, sure, you can still wind it right out to over 7,000 RPM and it pulls hard right to redline. But the key is you don't need to be absolutely screaming anymore. You can use the mid-range and it just pulls, and you'll hear there how nice and short those gears are too. And I just can't believe how responsive this little engine is. It's so awesome. And with that crazy exhaust system on there, oh man, just listen to that. What an epic noise. I think this is just a Mazda 6 engine, you know, it's just a generic 4-cylinder engine, but put a rowdy exhaust on it and a new tune to give it some burbles. Oh, it just goes so good. Everything wrong with the original MX-5 has been fixed by this car. Better handling, more torque, and a fantastic noise too. Just a nice amount of power where you can use every inch of performance without getting yourself into too much trouble. And of course, still rear-wheel drive. Oh, it's so controllable, so fantastic. Oh, and there's another feature I didn't mention too, flat foot shifting. Listen to that. That's just absolutely outrageous, man. What a fantastic little car. And so with that, I will look forward to seeing you again next time. If you'd like to see some other fantastic little sports cars I've reviewed, then click the links popping up right about now. And I will stop driving like an absolute maniac.